All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Golfballing Podcast, episode 282. I'm here with you, joined with Ryan. How are you, Ryan?
I am doing very well, sir.
We had a great weekend. I don't know why I said that.
The Falcons didn't. The Falcons had possibly the worst weekend you could have, getting destroyed by the Dolphins, but that's fine.
Oh, yeah, you did. Captain Kirk Cousins, he's sitting down, as the Bears fans say. Yeah.
He's the best negotiator in modern sports. I'm fairly certain his career earnings on field are right behind Tom Brady, and his accomplishments are right above Tua Tagovailoa. So that gives you any insight to how shitty he is as a player and how good he is at negotiating contracts.
Well, he's a nice guy.
Super nice guy. Always love his speeches on how he wants to end his career with whatever team trades him to whatever other team. Those are always fun to watch. He's a disaster, but here nor there.
Well, my Packers had a great win.
That was fun. Enjoyed that one a lot.
Yeah, that was a really fun one. That's a fun game.
I thought Aaron Rodgers would put a little more of a fight up, but you got DK Metcalf poking people in the eye, and
their offense is so bad. They have no weapons. I don't know why we do this every year. I have to sit here in August and tell my Steelers viewers, man, DK is good, and you're going to see a huge jump from Calvin Austin this year, and the 3 tight end sets are going to work all year. And
I had 2 parlays, and the big one missed because DK had 2 yards under his 53.5, I believe it was.
You should never bet money on any DK Metcalf bet. You should never bet on DK Metcalf.
All he needed was like one decent pass.
That's just never. Game. Valentine pass breakup touchdown. That would have done it for you. Metcalf, it's so underwhelming. The Steelers' offense is always so underwhelming. It's like Metcalf will just have – I'll predict his stat line for next week. He'll have like 3 catches or he'll have like 5 catches for 73 yards and a touchdown. There you go. There's DK Metcalf.
I don't believe that was DK. It was number 14, whoever that is, who was – well, no. You're talking about the one in the end zone at the end of the game.
No, I think getting close to the end of the first half.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I missed
think
that.
It was Metcalf. But we haven't done a podcast in 2 weeks. Sorry, folks. Numerous things. I'm now off of bed rest. I've been mobile since Thursday. I'm walking. I've been to the gym. I'll probably hit the range at some point this week. So there's that. We didn't do a pod last week. I wasn't feeling golf. And there was no golf event on. I just want you didn't like this in the DMs or in the text, but you said Miami was going to be the best team in college football. Miami lost 2 weeks ago. So I did want to throw that in there for the viewers.
Yeah, they then came back.
You can't Carson
beat the shit out of Stanford. There's still going to be a playoff team, so
we'll see. Honestly, we'll see. I don't know. You have a lot. You have so much. You're an Auburn football fan, and you have like so much confidence in Carson Beck. I don't know if Georgia has just scarred you.
It wasn't that. It's the fact that their schedule is trash, and it reminded me of Ohio State, where it's like when you have no one left to play, you should dominate everyone you have left on the schedule. Yeah. They're going into Syracuse, NC State, Virginia Tech, and Pitt. Like, when I look at that, I will retract my best team in the country for sure. It's Ohio State. It's Ohio State by a mile now. But the argument would be there if they didn't lose to Louisville. You know what I mean? It's just you don't really know what they're made of until they play someone decent. And losing to Louisville was a really bad hiccup. I'm going to throw out a wild card. Texas A&M looks great, and I've said it from the beginning they were the best SEC team, but Texas A&M can make a run deep in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And their remaining schedule, let me look it up. It's not that crazy. They got number 19 Missouri, South Carolina, Stanford, and then Texas. So, like, they're going to win out. Can I parlay them winning out for the 4 next games? It's got to be plus 1,000.
That's so annoying.
It is.
I bet they lose. I bet they'll just happen to lose one of them just because that's how life works. But South Carolina should have beat Bama.
That was wild.
And Lenora Sellers was touted as, for some reason, I have so many people on my dad's side of the family who went to South Carolina. I haven't watched much college football this year, but last year I watched every single South Carolina game when it was on cable. And Lenora Sellers is a good quarterback. They were I cover the National Football League. They were saying this guy was the bona fide number 1 pick right before the season began. And it was, Sellers is really talented, and I hope he is a first-round pick. But they had so much trust and faith. Like, just the NFL media world just randomly 1 month before the season is like, this is a tank for Lenora Sellers and Arch Manning. South Carolina should have won that game. It's really annoying. And that's it for that rant.
Yeah. It's a weird year for college football because it's now just Ohio State against everybody. And their matchups with the bye week is going to be so silly. They're going to play nobody. You're going to have some weird matchups top 2 teams get byes because it's 12 teams.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just
need a miracle. Notre Dame played them in the championship last year, and I didn't even get myself excited because I just know what's going to happen here. But did you see where the golf tournament was this week?
No, but I saw some kid won who had never.
Michael Brennan, Black Desert. Isn't that where you played?
Was it? Yeah.
You played Black Desert, right? That's where it was.
In March. Yeah, we played it 3 weeks before the LPGA was there, and that place was
shit, really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
what's
sweet.
Funny
yeah.
Is I got the Wolf Creek hat on this evening, and we actually passed Wolf Creek, which we've played a couple times now, to go play Black Desert because we were just out of Vegas too late to get a tee time. But St. George is like 45 minutes, not even, from Mesquite, which is where Wolf Creek is. And I'll be honest, I want to do a trip back to Mesquite because they have an airport that flies directly in. There's 2 other courses, can't recall the names, outside of Wolf Creek. And then you're under an hour from Black Desert and Sand Hollow and I believe Copper Rocks up there. There's a few different courses that are all in that little hour bubble. Yeah. And it's kind of an underrated little spot, man. Like West Coast golf, like Mountain Red Rocks golf was so much fun.
So I'm watching this late one night, the reruns, just when it's on Golf Channel. It's probably like 2 a.m. And I see these mountains. Like, that reminds me of when I went to Utah, when I went to school in Utah. Those look like the Red Rock Mountains that I would see outside of my window. And it is. It's in St. George, like you're saying. I went in Cedar City, southern Utah, for a brief time. St. George was like 45 minutes away. My buddy would drive down to St. George every weekend, or Vegas, or Phoenix, or wherever the hell, Denver, wherever the hell he wanted to drive. And I can't believe you played that course. That course looked so cool. I was 18, and I didn't have a car, and I also hated golf at that time, so it's not like I was going to play golf. But you're 100% right. I would go down to Sand Hollow for the water thing, the national park, but that golf course looks phenomenal. And yeah, I'd go to St. George all the time. That's just cool. I didn't know that. When you played that in March or whenever, I did not know that was a PGA Tour sanctioned event for the season.
So for those of you on YouTube, that was it's hard to see, but it's just an incredible, you got the Red Rocks in the background. You have a few holes with water features, the fairways. I mean, everything is like imported. You got to think you're kind of in a mountainous desert area. So it's just like lush sod. Every lie was perfect. They probably spent $1 million on watering that course just to keep it alive. But it's cool. You're in the middle of nowhere. Like St. George,
Yeah.
I remember having to drive 30 minutes to a Texas Roadhouse to get a beer because Utah has the dumbest laws. They cut everything
crazy.
off. They cut everything off at 9 o'clock at night. You can only buy like one. You can't buy a beer and a shot. Like you can't buy doubles. Like a double isn't a thing.
When I had when I had like I had 3 roommates my freshman year, and I wasn't in Utah for long, but I never had a sip of alcohol. Freshman year of college, did not have a sip. I was never offered a sip of alcohol. I never saw alcohol available. I think right before I left, I think somebody's like brother was coming in town and was gonna hook it up or something like that. But I thought all those Utah jokes about alcohol and stuff were jokes, but it is not. St. George is in the middle of nowhere. When I first flew in, we stayed in St. George before we drove up to Cedar City, and I was like, what the fuck did I just do? Like, I made a mistake. Like, where the fuck am I? It's in the middle of nowhere. But Michael Brennan won, and that was his 3rd ever PGA Tour start, which Matt McCarty also 1 year ago at the Bank Utah Championship at Black Desert in his 3rd ever PGA Tour start won. So some fun things going on in Utah. The PGA Tour highlight YouTube video that you maybe have checked, Ryan, it has 20,000 views in a day.
Love that.
My Buccaneers week 7 recap might do better than that.
I just wanted to see, just like looking through the field here, I'm down at, minus Brent Snedeker, who hasn't been relevant in decade. You got Billy Horschel, T11.
Homa.
You got a Max Homa. You got Jason Day in there. You got Sahith Theegala. No shade to Mr. Brennan. It's going to be the weakest field we see all year. But you know what? Still kudos.
What sucks is now you can't. They changed it so that the fall winners don't get to play in the Masters. Now he just climbed to like 50th in the world. Yeah. He just climbed to like 50th in the world. So I read something that was saying he'll be no, he's played 3 PGA Tour events. He won.
I'm saying if he gets a couple top 10s, he'll work his way into the Masters. Yeah. Either way, but that does suck that fall winners don't make. I mean, you're winning a PGA Tour event. I could understand if you won a PGA Tour event that was coinciding with like a major. The Open has the Barbasol that gets played. It used to be played in Opelika, Alabama at Robert Trent Jones Lakes Course. Shout out Auburn. And then it moved to Kentucky when we were in Kentucky. And I forget what course it was at, but they had the Barbasol the same week as the Open. If you win that tournament, you should not get an exemption. Winning an open field tournament just because it's not in prime season is kind of shitty. It's kind of shitty.
Well, and that was a whole nother thing is Max Homa, I think he eagled the last hole. So then his PGA Tour his FedEx Cup standings went from, they showed it on the screen, 100th to like 90th because of his top 10 finish or whatever. And it's like, I thought we did this 2 weeks ago on the last episode. I thought the PGA Tour season started, the FedEx Cup season started on January 8th or whatever in Hawaii. And so that graphic confused me. I still have no idea what's going on with FedEx Cup. I don't know if it started. I don't know if we figured that out last week. I don't know.
Here,
but it's just weird. Like these guys, the FedEx Cup season started, but these guys don't get into the Masters if they win, and then the official start of the PGA Tour isn't until 2026. So,
well, no, you were right. Take it with a grain of salt because I am referencing Google AI here.
Getting AI.
It says FedEx Cup regular season starts January with the Century Tournament champions.
That's what I mean. So what?
But what is this? Okay, time out though. If you have the end of a season, you play the Tour Championship at Eastlake, you play the Ryder Cup, you have a 3-week break. What the fuck are the tournaments we're watching right now? It's probably the same reason I'm not watching these tournaments. But what are these tournaments right now if they're not part of the upcoming season?
I don't know.
Is this
no idea what's going on.
Are we going to dub these? Are we dubbing these preseason golf tournaments?
It just doesn't make sense.
Does not make sense.
Well, it looks like another bye week here.
It's also why golf is so impossible to get into right now. I mean, the Florida swing is really when I start giving a shit about watching. And I say that I watch Sunday afternoon if it is a decent tournament. I'm not watching much. Granted, at that point, football season's over. Baseball hasn't started yet. I'm more inclined to sit down on a Saturday and watch some golf. But right now, there is way too much going on for me to give any fucks. We got the World Series tonight.
NHL, NBA started. Football is mid-season. College football is getting closer and closer. I threw a story on Golfballing about that. I made a whole video about that actually on this YouTube a few days ago. It's so bad. There's no free agency, trades, draft. It's so bad. And everyone lives up where it's cold and they can't golf. I was reading maybe a nice segue. I was reading a Golf Digest article. I posted on the story as well. I got Golf Digest again. I want to give it a try. Not the best. Their website's really, really bad. There's a pretty prominent name out there in the golf writing world. And he was writing an article about fall golf, right? I believe it was about fall golf. No, sorry. He wrote an article about how golf is unforgiving. And if you take a week off, you can take a week off in basketball or tennis or whatever he was saying, and your game would be just fine, but you can't take a week off of golf. In the article, his second paragraph is the last 2 years I've been on a track to get a single-digit handicap. That rubbed me a little wrong. I guess I cover the NFL, so it's hypocritical. But what do you think the average handicap of these Golf Digest article writers is?
Probably mid-single digit.
You think so? This guy wrote an article and literally said he's trying to have a single-digit handicap for the last couple of years. I feel like you shouldn't be a writer on Golf Digest. This is a big name. Is that just so rude of me?
No.
I mean, if you should only write about things you know and you can't break 80 consistently, do you know golf that well?
It's tough. I mean, you and I are sitting here talking about golf,
I know, but I don't.
It's different.
I'm not hired from a golf, the biggest golf magazine company to write golf articles about stuff I know, and I don't even know golf. I feel, what's that word where it's you feel like a poser? It's like imposter syndrome. Sometimes I feel that because it's I don't break 72. I've never broken par on 18 holes in my life. Should I be qualified to talk golf? Bob does sports. They are literally horrible at golf. These guys golf every fucking day. And no disrespect to Bob or Joey or any of these guys, but they're still horrible at golf. I mean, they're terrible at golf.
They don't make their money off of their takes on golf.
Yeah. Okay.
They're making their money off their entertainment value, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to use that argument, you could say foreplay, because foreplay goes way in depth onto tournament by tournament, and this guy did this, and who's going to win. They're way more in that category. Bob does sports as pure entertainment, and I know you're not a YouTube golf guy.
No, that's a better.
The Internet Invitational came out today. Can't wait to sit down. I saw that.
Oh my god!
I'll let you know if it's worth watching, and I know you'll take it.
But you could talk about it on the pod. I'm sure
you can't.
I could not care less about the. If you're trying to open up a can of worms, I'll open it up for you. The Good Golf Championship, it didn't bring me to my knees, but watching somebody that I know on YouTube that is getting millions and millions of views every day is stuff that brings me to my knees. So I guarantee I'll never have interest in YouTube golf for numerous reasons. But
I know your reasons, and it's
Invitational. I see golf publications doing top 10 social medias on Instagram, and I'm seeing some of these golf Instagrams, and it's like, people love Zyre Golf. Zyre Golf has 2.3 million Instagram followers. And maybe I shouldn't say this because the guy seems cool. I've seen everything Zyre Golf posts in the last year. I've seen it before. I've probably posted it before.
Well, to that point.
So that stuff, that's a whole can of worms. I can't do it. It pisses me off until Golfballing is back.
You can't have that closed mindset, because this is the way I look at it. YouTube Golf was started by Foreplay. They were the pioneers of YouTube Golf. Now, Good started with like trick shots and evolved. But if you want to talk about
OG,
it was Garrett and Micah, and they were GM Golf, and they basically just did trick shots in their backyard and maybe once in a while posted a video of them playing. Foreplay, they were the pioneers of the YouTube space. They were the ones that went out there and did a 4-man scramble against Kevin Kisner. They were the ones that started doing all these videos of them playing golf and matches with each other and long-form content. Everyone else just fucking copied them. The only thing original that Good ever really did besides trick shots was they had like some fun videos where, you know, you had a wheel and you spun the wheel and you had to hit that club. That was original. The wheel of not ideal, like that.
Oh,
that was
cool.
I
was trying to think of it. Yeah,
that was cool. Like they made something innovative there, and I appreciate them for that. But everyone else just copied them, right? You will see YouTube channels literally say, "Oh, well, we got this from these other guys, and, you know, shout out to them. We're gonna do this kind of video." How many people have done a 4-man scramble versus a pro? All of them. Besides Good, because they would just beat the shit out of whatever pro they played. Like, they're too good at the game to like call out Max Homa and play, you know, Garrett, Bubby, Grant, whoever when they were in it. That would just not be fun to watch, because they would shoot 18 under and, you know, sit there and, okay, you beat me by 12 and I had a good day. That's not fun to watch. You know what is fun to watch? Fat Perez eating 50 Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets in 9 holes.
Yeah, like, their videos are super creative.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I love their
I want to say they did the hot dog challenge. Yeah. And it was like 999. So they wanted to shoot, I forget what score they set, but hey, we got to shoot 4 under or 5 under. We got to finish 9 beers, 9 hot dogs. They always set a goal for those challenges.
Like a scramble?
So when they do the eating challenges, what they do is they set a number. Hey, we're going to shoot 5 under for these 9 holes, and we're going to finish 9 hot dogs and 9 beers. Or we're each going to finish a dozen donuts or 2 dozen donuts, or we're going to finish 50 Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets, or whatever the challenge is. That's kind of the fun of it, is they're in it together. They're, oh, we got to make this putt for birdie. And, you know, I have 37 nuggets down on the 3rd hole. Like, I'm a fat kid. Some of the shit they do makes me cringe.
Yeah, I love their, And I like the good titles too. I like Bob, because they're like food and fireballs and
getting hammered, like
a ton of food, drink a ton of booze, and play some golf. So I like that.
Those guys are fun. Those guys are fun to watch. They seem like good people. You see all the fan interaction videos, and it's always just, you know, super down to earth. I DM'd Joey Colk. I don't know. I personally don't see it, but when I was at Stream, I've had it 3 times now. I was at Stream Song, and I hadn't had a haircut for a bit, and I'm on the range hitting balls, and this guy walks up to me and is like, "You're not Joey Coldcuts, are you?" And I was like, first of all, I have tattoos and I'm hitting the ball right-handed. Stupid fucking question.
Well,
but
yeah,
no, I'm not Joey Coldcuts, but thanks for calling me fat.
Yeah, he's
and I can only say that because I remember seeing a video of them at Publix, and he got on the public scale and he was like 260 something. I'm like, that's fucking disrespectful. Like, I'm a big guy.
Tall too, is probably taller than you?
No, I think he's about the same. I'm about 6 foot. I think he's no taller than 6'1". Fat Perez is tiny. Fat Perez is like 5'7".
Is he really? Oh wow.
5'7", 5'8". Yeah. Because I don't think Bob is 6 foot tall, and he towers over him.
Oh wow.
He's also lost a ton of weight. Shout out Fat Perez. Like,
oh nice.
He's doing good things. Like,
yeah, he's a good guy. That whole group is. I've never talked to Joey, but their whole group is. That's a good group. But I can't watch it. None of these, not to turn it into a therapy session, but I mean, there wasn't a single person that came to my side at all. I mean, not that I asked anybody to, but.
In what regard?
That Ways to Golf is golfballing, and it still is there, and it still exists. And I posted so much of Bob. I posted so much of Garrett and Grant, Bubby, and all these people, and I guarantee you none of them would hit me back. I don't want to take it personal because it's not their situation.
It's not their place.
Yeah.
It's not. Here's the thing, and this is not a shot at you, but if you were in that world of the creating versus like the way the page was previously, if you and Nick were out there weekly content, you had done some stuff with them, whatever else, and that relationship was more on a symbiotic level, I think they 100% would have. The difference in pages, I think, is just two different avenues, and you're more on a Zaire Golf avenue, right? I have no idea who runs Zaire Golf. Other than this podcast, there's probably a lot of people that have no idea you were behind Golfballing. So I wouldn't take it personal in that aspect. Well, just the way the page was laid out.
Yeah. No, I get
it. It sucks.
I don't want it to seem like I would expect somebody to,
bro. Yeah. I've heard Bob shout you out multiple times, by the way. So
yeah,
maybe not in
Bob's the best.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, I've heard your name out of his mouth
as well.
Same. We need to get Jake back on the pod.
Jake's literally a baller. Every time
I feel like
he's really leaning into the Jews right now. But he's very inspirational.
As a Jew from Atlanta, I would love to have him back on the podcast because I'm not a practicing nor religious person at all. But my dad was Jewish by blood, grandparents by religion. I find it very funny because I'm surrounded by those people in my family when we go on Christmas, whatever trips, family reunions. And I see some of those stereotypes and it is so accurate that it's scary. The pickle reviews.
He's a funny dude.
He's a funny motherfucker.
Yeah, he is. We met him right before he did the 50 balls in 30-day challenge. He's a really nice kid. He's a little older than us, so he was giving some wisdom as we were still in college. Yeah, Jake's great. He's been on a few times. But anyways, no invitational will be watched.
Yeah.
Or, what's it called? The Create?
I think it's the Internet Invitational.
Oh, yeah.
I will say we had another really close call yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
I'm talking same place, dude.
Oh, wow. Oh, really?
I've been playing in that Sunday game. We started on 13. So my last hole was the hole that I made a hole-in-one on. We get to number 10. There's like 12 guys waiting because it's a shotgun and then they tee off the back. So I loop back to number 10. Mitch hit one like left side of the green. Joe hits one short right. And then I step up there and I'm talking just flagged a pitching wedge from 120.
Wow, it was you. Nice.
It takes one hop. And it looked close from back there, but I didn't think much of it. I figured it was a couple feet. We get up there, and I don't think my bullseye putter from front to back would have fit between the ball and the hole. It was damn close.
Damn.
Then I would have felt even worse that I did it twice.
Back to back.
It would have been back to back because we skipped last weekend and went down to Naples and played. By the way, shout out Country Club in Naples, hidden fucking gem.
Oh yeah,
it is in the oldest neighborhood I've seen in Naples. There's no gate, there's no nothing. You just pull through like 4 or 5 streets, come back to this clubhouse, and it was. I only took one picture. It was before we started, but I posted on Instagram. Man, that place was.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yes, that was Country Club in Naples, man. It was very nice.
Nice. What'd you fire?
81, 82. With a 43 on the front, though.
Jeez, dude.
Kind of gave up on the front because we were down by a bunch and my partner pressed. But I made a birdie on 9, which is even worse to shoot 43 with a birdie on 9. Then I got to the back and shot like 1 or 2 over.
Nice.
But
we got
only 2 birdies I made all day were a nice little 6-7 footer on 9 and then 17 50 feet. I mean, it was forever
oh my God.
away. It was just one that I walked up to pissed off because I had a wedge in my hand and it came up short and kind of hit this ridge. And
drained it?
Drained it.
Wow. Man.
It brought us back to only losing $20. It was bad for a bit. we were down some money.
I need to figure out the putting.
Dude,
I want to make more long putts. I feel like growing up, I would make long putts. I feel like it's been years since I've made a 10-pluser.
Get out of here, dude.
I feel like that's how it feels. Feel like I can't putt anything. I feel like an absolute clown. Every time I golf, it's usually with you. And at the range or whatever with my putter, for those that don't know, so everybody but Ryan, my putter is a Nike Method from 2014. The grip is disgusting and it's falling off. It looks like a banana peel. And I feel a little self-conscious. So I told you the last time we played, I've been thinking about putters, but I don't even know what avenue I would go. But I think it's coming. A new putter is coming eventually.
Dude, you need to just borrow my lab. I mean, you're not. I've let 4 people borrow it. You're not going to offend me if you don't like it, but you should try it out. I want to
be a lab guy.
Well, I'll say this. I bought the link because of that. It's a blade. It's not a goofy. It's not weird to look down at, right? It's center shafted. It's not that middle of the head DF3 or Mez or whatever. It's just a blade, and it is really nice. I've just been so used to a light putter for so many years because even the Scotty that I have is a 340-gram Pro Platinum that I cut the neck off of. So it's probably 320 grams. I love that thing, but I just still putt better with the bullseye. So it made its way back into it made its way back into the bag after fucking 3 rounds with the Scotty earlier this summer.
Yeah, I want a bullseye.
You could probably go online and buy one on eBay for $70.
You know what's interesting? This guy I know, he was just posting like a play a hole with me or whatever, and he I found one. He's a lefty. He swings lefty and he putts righty.
I had a buddy, same thing. He swings righty, putts lefty. Yeah, Bobby Davis, shout out. my boy in Kentucky, man. It always confused the shit out of me. And he's like, I putted left hand low for a long time, and then he got comfortable with left hand low, but his stroke was just better the other way, and he putts lefty. Yeah. Well, okay, so if you think about it, right, you know how left hand low is awkward to me. But
I agree. I used to do it.
If I'm putting lefty, I'm right hand low because I like my grip as a righty. I like my grip as a righty, and I can use my bullseye to putt left-handed, and I'm not bad. I would never switch, but it worked.
Sean and I, when we were in high school, we would do Masters moments, and I would announce it as like Nick Faldo, and he would use my righty. We'd go to some random part of the green, waiting on the tee before going, and I'd putt lefty, he'd putt righty. I don't like left hand low. I feel like I'm a really good lefty. Anytime I throw a football lefty and it's a perfect spot for everyone, every time I throw, not to toot my own horn, but anytime I throw a football lefty, people are like, whoa. So maybe I should just commit to being a lefty putter at this point.
I agree with that, except for I can only throw it 18 yards.
Oh, really? I could whip it.
If we were just playing catch in the yard, I could throw it pretty good lefty, but the lack of power is very visibly like bad.
I used to want to be a lefty so bad in baseball. Thought they were so cool.
Well, I used to switch hit when I played baseball, but
I switched hit a little bit too. That's super hard though.
I was right hand dominant, so it's just like throw a Ken Griffey Jr. swing out there and swing with your right hand. But I also played tennis, so in tennis you hit a backhand mainly with your right hand. You know, your left hand's on there, but a lot of people had a one-handed backhand, which I did. And so it just kind of came naturally to me in all the sports that I played to kind of hit lefty. But again, not nearly as much power.
Who you got tonight? This town is losing their shit over Toronto.
I hate the Dodgers, but I honestly think they're going to win.
I hate the Dodgers so much. Yeah. I kind of agree. This is kind of shitty, but I kind of want my home or my town to be humbled. It's where the Blue Jays are, the spring training. So we were out on like Friday or something, and everyone's wearing Blue Jays gear, and it's like, I don't know. There are a lot of Canadians here. I said on spring training we went, and the Canadian national anthem got like notably more applause than the U.S. one, which was really annoying. But I agree. I hope Toronto wins it. That stadium was so loud. I watched a little bit of it in like game one. They were so loud. It's so cool. I know a couple of Blue Jays fans in Canada, and their words can't even describe the excitement. Who you got in the Hawks Bulls game tonight?
I have not watched a Hawks game in years. I could not like a sport less than the NBA. It is so unappealing to me, and I don't know. It's not my thing at all. I love March Madness. I honestly like Auburn is in shambles right now. Bruce Pearl retires / goes into politics and then leaves his son to be the next head coach. Not even sure how that's a thing, right? But I guess carry on the legacy. We're going to probably lose a bunch of recruits going into the season. We'll see how it is. But like March Madness is the most exciting basketball there is to watch. NBA just not for me.
I agree.
I don't think I've watched a full Hawks game in a decade.
Really?
I'll watch playoff basketball just because, it's competitive, right? See who wins the championship. There's good storylines. There's obviously great basketball being played, but it seems like at the beginning of the season, you get about 15 games in and you can just tell who's going to win.
Yeah. That's usually when I stop making my Rockets vids. It's like 15 games in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's every other day, and it's at 8 p.m., and I'm not trying to watch a bet. Like, the Rockets play in 2 hours. I'm a Bulls fan. I'm not – they didn't even get that many views, but change of pace from football, I guess. But I agree. I've kind of fallen off NBA since Derrick Rose left, but that's all I got.
Yeah. Be another boring weekend of golf. I'm sure
There's no golf.
Oh, is it off week?
There's no golf, and 2 weeks is where Nick and I were at in Mexico. The Amante Tiger Woods design. Austin Eckroat defends. And yeah, I'll try and play some golf, at least the range this weekend, and get some podcast fodder going.
I'm with it.
Thank you, everybody, for watching or listening. Watch on YouTube. See our beautiful faces, our lovely faces. But thanks for watching, listening. We'll see you soon.